Was goody? It's Keeman and back with my tea of the motherfucking day. Welcome back to season 6, episode 3. CS Eat the Rest. And it's just time to get into what 2024 was, what 2025 will be, and just some of the things I've learned throughout the year. So as you know, and as you can see, it is King's time. And I just want to get into 2024. So 2024 definitely showed me to be grateful. I want to start there. I want to be as grateful as possible, and it showed me to be grateful due to some family situations that happened at the top of the year. Also just being able to wake up every day in good, maybe not great health, but good health. Because not everyone is afforded that luxury, unfortunately. I am also grateful for the fact that I'm able to work. I'm able to go into the field and learn and grow in my profession and just personally as well. So I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful that I have a village behind me, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's just people I've just grown to love. I'm just so grateful because everyone, again, is not afforded that luxury of having people in the corner, like genuinely just having people that care for them, that care about them, that just really wants the best for them in all aspects. I'm grateful that I was able to go out the country again this year and be able to see all three of my best friends throughout the year, which is great. Got to see the new bundle of joy. So I'm definitely grateful for the things that I was able to do. All of the concerts I was able to see this year, which was definitely amazing. I've definitely seen, this was definitely a concert year this year and last year. And I think 2025 is going to follow suit within that as well because I am a concert goer. I love music. I will always love music, and I got to see my favorites. Whether it's even if there's just one person out of like 15 different people that's performing, just know I'm going to try out one person because I don't have time. I'm grateful that this year, especially professionally, I definitely stood up for myself more than I've ever had in the work environment, and it definitely made me feel valued for me. Not necessarily that they value me, but me seeing value in myself and what I was able to accomplish throughout 2024, throughout with my clients, just learning within the field, trying to build connections and all of that. Definitely helped. So I pose into similarly to being grateful. Let's get into just being real, being loyal. Because of course, every year there's going to be people that's in your life that may transition into your life or maybe transition out of your life, depending on whatever that scenario is. I'm not saying this is going to happen every year because then that would be something that you would have to look at kind of scenario. Like, why is this happening every year? Why am I losing people out of my life every year? Because that means that's something that's going on within you that maybe you don't know or you're not privy to or you're just not trying to learn how to navigate and how to fix those relationships and scenarios. And if that's the case, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. But it's life, right? So, in 2024, I continued to learn discernment. and about people because I work with people. So I deal with different personalities, different levels of trauma, different levels of this is who the fuck you are. And I may not want to deal with that because that's who you are, and that's wonderful. I'm happy that you're aware of who you are. However, that does not mean that I need to necessarily deal with who you are. No. As humans, we are able to walk the fuck away. We are given that right to walk the fuck away. And I love that right. I love the right where I don't necessarily have to deal with the bullshit that you may be trying to give me or feed me. I don't have to deal with you dealing with something and now I have to deal with it too. No, it doesn't really work like that. Yeah, it don't work like that, and it never did, and it never will. It never gave. Just because you're having a bad day does not mean that you get to dictate how my day is going to be and bringing that negativity to me or to anyone. Not going to happen. So we're exiting that out of 2024. We're leaving that here. We're walking into 2025 with a big heart, a big mind, and gratitude. Gratitude, loyalty, love, and wanting to be better and wanting to grow and just wanting to help however you can, whatever facet that may look like for you, being a better person, a better human being. That is the goal. That's always been the goal. That always will be the goal. If that is not your goal, you gotta check your bob, boo boo. I'm sorry, but not sorry. You have to check your bob because us as human beings, we are supposed to love. We are supposed to help. We are supposed to grow. If you're not growing throughout the year with something, even if it's something small, that's perfectly fine. But it has to be something. You have to go. You have to have grown to something besides your motherfucking weight. I'm sorry. Oops, did I say that? It is what it is. You have to grow. You have to love. You have to love. Like that is something humans are supposed to do. You have to love. You have to be ready to love and be ready to be loved. Period. Um, 2024 also taught me that I'm really that nigga. I've known this, but it really just gave me clarity that I'm really that nigga. Like I'm really the person that people just love, want to be, want to emulate, or just fuck with because I'm really that dope. And I love how I've grown into still being an extrovert, but still being an introvert, all in the same breath. But being able to walk in rooms and walk into spaces and get the respect that's supposed to be given because I give respect because of the aura I hand out. I'm still going to be observant. I'm still going to observe. I'm still going to be somewhat quiet, depending on if this is a new space that I'm in. But I will still, of course, interact and be with the people. So, 2024 would definitely taught me that I'm that person simply because of with all the odds that was stacked up against me. I was still able to do my job, do more than my job, and still assist with getting a lot of my clients out. So I'm definitely grateful for that. Definitely grateful for the knowledge that I'm able to now give other people. And whether they're in my field or not in my field, or may just be just dealing with whatever scenario that they're dealing with at this moment. But I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have people that's, like I said, in my corner. I'm grateful for my job. I'm not a fan of how the corporations run. It's not the job. It's not the clients at all. It's the politics. And I'm not a political person. I don't deal with politics well, but I know how to play the game. Do I like playing the game? I don't, but I know how to play it, and I know how to play it actually well. So, 2025, a goal I have in mind is to learn how to react. No, learn how to completely just listen before reacting. Because everyone does not need the reaction that they want from you, if that makes sense. Because people's gonna try you. That's just human nature. That's just them trying to be all high and mighty or whatever they're trying to be. Don't really know. Honestly, don't really give a fuck. However, just knowing that these are things that you may deal with throughout 2025 is really completely listen to what's being said, what's being read, what's being emailed, what's being text. Read it with an open mind. And if you're still getting the same answer or the same findings of what is being said within any whatever those forums are, one, you can just ask for clarity, just to confirm that's what they said and that's what they meant. Because when you speak, that's what you mean. It's not an accident, but that's what you mean. That's what you believe in. And that's how you decided to bring this scenario to me. Or you can easily take it at face value because people are who they are and people do what they do. And people react how they react. And then that's how you know if you need to react or if you need to just walk away. Take a step back. Because your piece is the one that is the most fucking important. If you lose you in the midst of trying to be a people pleaser or trying to just be wanted or needed or any of the human experiences that we do have, allow your friends to let you know when your slip is showing. In whatever aspect that may be. Whether it's in your work, whether it's in your love life, whether it's just you as a person, and you're not showing up the way you used to show up. Allow them to just put you on in a way. Allow them to let you put you on because it's necessary so you can be better. So, just like I have goals for 2025, you need to have some goals too. I don't mean the weight loss thing is always going to be there. That's always going to be something that people's going to try. And some people will succeed and some people will fail. But it's all about why you're doing it. If you don't have a why or why you're actually doing it, and it's not just like, because I want to lose weight, but why do you want to lose weight? Do you want to lose weight for health reasons? Do you want to lose weight because you want to look good for you? Or do you want to lose weight because you want to look good for other people? Because if it's the other people aspect, I'm sorry, you don't need to lose weight then. One, because you're not ready. You're not mentally ready, because it's a whole mental aspect of it. But also, you're not emotionally ready to lose weight because you're losing weight for the wrong fucking reasons. Like for me, another thing I'm thankful for and grateful for is definitely the ability to snap back into working out when I have not worked out in God knows it's been motherfucking years since I worked out. But it was dealing with like doctors and stuff like that this year. Just seeing myself like, oh, I think it's time that I really need to do what I need to do. And although, like I just said, for reasons, I didn't necessarily go for the right reasons, and I started extremely late in the game within the year. So with me starting late, I didn't get the results I wanted in the time I wanted it. Because why? I'm not in my 20s anymore. I am in my late 30s now. So with that being said, of course my body is going to be different and it's going to react differently. And I may have to do more. And I wasn't ready. I was today years old where I realized I was not ready to admit that I'm not a spring chicken no more. Being in your 30s is cute. I love being in my motherfucking 30s. But it's the back aches, it's the back pain sometimes. It's just not losing weight the way you used to lose weight. So now I know when I go back to my weight loss journey, because it is a journey, I know exactly what I need to do, start doing, and continue doing. My workouts was good. I just need to be a little bit more aggressive with it, per se, and just understand that this is still a process. Because I know I started losing weight. Maybe not necessarily in my stomach where I wanted to, but my cheeks did go down. There was this certain thing, like certain pieces of clothing, started fitting a bit different on me. So I was like, okay, this is cute. This is gonna give. So I see that I'm going in the right direction. I may not fully see it, but the little things that I did start seeing, I'm like, okay, so it is working. Me dieting and me doing the fruits every day, the wraps and the salads, and then just trying to eat as much greens and stuff like that as possible. Drink enough water. Yeah, working out is not for the weak. Dieting is crazy, but it's so fucking worth it once you start seeing those results. So 2025, guys, I'm hoping and praying for you that one, you get what you deserve. I say that by saying whatever you're looking for, whatever you feel like you need, you deserve. I hope you get that in 2025. Whether it's a new job, whether it's a new apartment, your first apartment, whether it's a podcast or a business or love, a relationship, like whatever that may be for you, I hope you get that. And I hope you do what you need to do to keep it. Because a lot of people just get things, but it's the work afterwards that you really have to worry about and you have to really take into account and take into stock. The same way you get whatever that is the same way you need to do to keep it. So if you're losing weight, you have to make sure that you're still dieting and working out to keep the weight off. If you find a new job, as much as you need to start, for one, if you're looking for a job or you're looking for an apartment or whatever that situation is, look for it with intention. I say that by saying if you're going into things blindly, that's not going to work. If you're going to things and you're just not really paying attention to what it really is, and if it's going to really make sense and benefit you in the end, then you're doing something wrong. And be mindful of the fucking scammers out there. FYI, because they're out there, especially within finding the apartment. Because that's a goal I have in mind. I am actively looking, but it has to make sense. And I had two apartment viewings today, technically. I wasn't fully confirmed. The first one was in Connecticut, but I'm realizing that I don't know if that's what's for me at this moment. At least until I get a better job that's paying me more money. So then it's gonna make more sense with me spending the money I'm gonna be spending to go back and forth. But in terms of it was another spot, be mindful of where you find these apartments at because some of them are going to try to get you every time they can. Like, how are you asking for the application fee, which is whatever that is, but then you're asking for a down payment to secure the apartment? that I did not see. Excuse me? Like, make that make sense, because that doesn't make sense to me. Why would I do that? Am I not well? Is this just what you thought that was gonna fucking happen? It's not. I promise you it's not. And I don't have boo boo the fool on my fucking forehead. No, that would never happen a day in my fucking life. Ever. So all that, I start handing out money like I'm like, oh, like I'm fucking Oprah. You get money, you get money, you get money. No, money don't fucking grow on trees as much as I wish it did. Shit. But be mindful, be intentional. In everything that you do in 2025, do it with grace, but with intention. Be intentional. And look your fucking best. Because y'all are fucking rock stars out there. Y'all are bad bitches and bad niggas. Y'all are everything. Love yourself. Like, truly love yourself. If mental illness or mental health is a thing for you, just like it is for everyone, because everyone deals with trauma, everyone deals with anxiety to a certain extent, depression to a certain extent. But if it's a little deeper than that, just make sure that you're really taking your health, your mental health, seriously. Whether it's therapy, whether it's medication, whether it's um, other resources, other resources that you may have to use, make sure you are getting the help that you need, because that's going to help you show up the best way you need to show up for you, for us, for the world, for the world, but especially for you. You have to show up for yourself. My goals for 2025 is being the best I can be. Showing up for people the same way they show up for me. Um, Hopefully finding a relationship this year would be great. It would be amazing, actually, because I'm so ready for one. I'm ready to give the man of hopefully my dreams the love I have inside of me. I am also, as you know, apartments and jobs. Those are my main goals. And then, of course, hopefully two vacations this year. Don't know what destination I want to go to yet, but I'm excited to get some fun in the motherfucking sun. Lord knows I need it. Um, we are getting rid of people pleasing. We're ending that in 2024. We're ending people pleasing in 2024. We are ending being scared to come out in 2024. We are ending telling a woman what the fuck she can do to her motherfucking body. We're exiting that out. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who is about to be fucking president in the next fucking few days. Hopefully it's not the whole bed. Hopefully we don't have to tolerate that for the whole 4 years. But if we do, let's start praying to whoever we need to pray to. Be a better person, build a craft, do whatever you need to do. So after that time, after that bit is over, we can really start living. Because it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But I have faith that although he is not the best person for the job, there's a light at the end of the fucking tunnel. There has to be. There has to be. And I know it is. There's a reason why he was selected again. But it's fine because this will be his last term. That's how I'm thinking about it. That's how I'm hoping with what is. This is his last term. He can never be president again. Since he got selected, this is his last term. That's it. So hopefully he makes it count, I guess. Unfortunately. I kind of want to get into two topics, but it's not going to be in depth because I feel like these need to be like different episodes. But I definitely want to get into the stresses of a life and dealing with hard times. I know there's a lot of people who deal with death a lot. And there would never be anything anyone can ever say to help you grieve. You just have to find out the way that works for you to grieve and allow yourself that time to grieve. Allow yourself the time, the opportunity to fully let up the emotions and think of everything that that person meant to you and still means to you and what they taught you and the time that y'all have spent together and the times where you can will continue to spend together because although they're not there in the physical aspect, they are still here and they will always watch after you and make sure that you are good. You and yours is good. Um, yeah. And stress of life. Everyone deals with stress. We have to start compartmentalizing how we deal with that and how it shows up in our everyday life. Because if you're not dealing with any type of stress, check your Bob. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Because it's given. I don't know. It's kind of looking. It's kind of not sounding the way it needs to sound. If that makes sense. Because everyone's gonna deal with stress, whether it's big stress or small stress. Stress is fucking stress, and stress be stressing. They always stressed, and they always will fucking stress. But with that being said, in terms of stress and in terms of this new year, just think of different ways how you can de-stress. Certain people, and they go into their hobbies, whether it's writing, whether it's podcasting, whether it's reading, whether it's actually just playing video games or just spending time with the kids or the family or this or that, like whatever that may be for you. As long as it's healthy and as long as it's working, continue that. But if you don't have that outlet as of yet, or you haven't figured out how to change the narrative in terms of your stresses in your life and how to actually cope with and deal with, work on those steps. Work on figuring out how you, as a person, can begin to deal with stress, especially in a healthy way. We're all about health and wealth here. It has to be in a healthy way. It has to make sense, but it has to be in a healthy way. And healthy means something that's not going to deter you at the end of the road. Something that's not going to fuck you over, basically. So something that's going to actually be beneficial to you and your mental health and your well-being altogether. If you can't do that, ask. There are people that is here to help you navigate life. If you can't navigate it, or if you're needing assistance in certain things, that's perfectly fine. We all need assistance in certain things. Like me, I cannot wait for 2025 because this is going to be the best I can be. I will be more out. I will. I know, not out. We already know what that is. But I will be more open and I will be more receptive to feedback. I would be more receptive to not second guessing myself and not and acting like I don't know what it really is. Kind of scenario. Like always trying to look for the the shooter drop. But the shoe bed dropped. And I know why the shoe dropped. I understood it. So in other words, I guess, listening to my intuition more. And not and yes, still having a heart of gold and still hoping and praying that everyone wants to handle Akeem correctly. But unfortunately that's not always the case, that's not gonna always be the case. As much as you want them to handle you correctly, some people are not able to. and some people just do not want to. And that's for us to decide which is it. Do they just not want to, or they are not able to? And are we creating complete um, boundaries? Are we creating healthy conversations so they understand if you can't handle me the correct way, what happens after that? Because it can't just be they just mishandle you and then just misuse you, and you're the one who's dealing with that because you're the one who's hurt, and you're the one who is not well, and you're the one who is in tears and crying and wondering why and wondering, was it me? What did I do? You ain't do a goddamn thing. What be the fuck you? It was them, and it's okay to accept that. Certain things we just have to we just have to accept what it is. In 2025, it's like accepting certain things, certain scenarios, certain people, certain companies are not going to change. They're not going to get better. It's always going to just be what it is, and it's up to you if you want to stay and continue down that dark rabbit hole, or are we actually going to do what the fuck we need to do, so we don't have to continue to deal with that and to deal with them. That part. This is Keely. This is my tea of the fucking day. This is season 6, episode 3. You already know this is YouTube now, but you can still catch my episodes on my podcast, my website, and if you want to hop on my podcast, it is Akeem Holder on Facebook and Kimi Holder on Instagram. I am there. I'm ready. Let's make this. Let's make 2025 the best year. The best year. Period. Let's live, love, experience some new shit. Experience some old shit, but experience some new shit. Learn something new. Pick up something. And be a better person. Because this is why we are here. To have these type of conversations to help us grow as people. Laters.